When we talk about acne and blackheads, we're not just talking about something that sits on the surface of your skin, we're talking about a process that begins much deeper. Think of your skin like a living, breathing organ. It's constantly renewing itself, producing oil, shedding dead cells, and protecting you from the outside world. But when this natural rhythm is disrupted, that's when problems begin to appear. Each pore on your face is like a tiny passageway connected to an oil gland. These glands produce sebum, a natural oil meant to keep your skin soft and hydrated. The problem starts when excess oil mixes with dead skin cells, and instead of shedding off naturally, that mixture gets trapped inside the pore. Add in bacteria and inflammation, and suddenly, you've got the perfect storm for acne. For many people, it's tempting to think that acne is caused by dirty skin, but that's not the case. Overwashing or scrubbing too hard can actually make things worse, stripping the skin of its natural moisture and signaling the glands to produce even more oil. It becomes a frustrating cycle. The more you try to clean it away, the more your skin fights back. What's really happening underneath is an imbalance. The skin's natural ecosystem, its oils, bacteria, and protective barrier, falls out of sync. When that balance is disturbed, breakouts become more frequent and more difficult to control. This is why understanding the root cause matters so much before you even think about deep cleansing. You can't fix what you don't understand. Acne isn't simply about clogged pores, it's about the behavior of your skin as a whole. Hormones, stress, diet, and even the climate you live in all affect how much oil your skin produces. That's why two people can use the same products and get completely different results. One person's skin might calm down beautifully, while another's might flare up even more. It all comes back to how your individual skin reacts to what's happening inside your body and in your environment. The goal of deep cleansing isn't to strip away oil, it's to restore balance. The skin actually needs some oil to stay healthy. Sebum isn't the enemy, it's when it becomes trapped that it causes trouble. Deep cleansing works by helping the skin clear out what it no longer needs, old cells, debris, and excess oil, while maintaining what keeps it protected. Think of it as a reset button. You're helping your skin return to its natural, balanced state so it can function the way it's meant to. Another thing to keep in mind is that acne comes in different forms, and each type has its own triggers. Blackheads, for example, are open comedones, small plugs of oil and dead skin that have oxidized, which is why they appear dark. Whiteheads are closed comedones, meaning the pore is sealed, trapping that same material inside. Then there are inflammatory types like papules and pustules, which involve irritation and bacteria. Understanding the type of acne you're dealing with helps determine how aggressive or gentle your cleansing routine should be. You wouldn't treat an inflamed pimple the same way you'd handle a blackhead because their root causes are different. One requires calm and soothing. The other needs gentle exfoliation and removal of buildup. It's also important to remember that your skin is constantly responding to small changes. Maybe your diet has shifted, maybe the weather's gotten drier, or maybe stress has been higher than usual. All of that plays a role in how your skin behaves. Sometimes acne is your body's way of communicating that something's off balance. Listening to those signals is key. If you're breaking out along your jawline, for instance, that can often be hormonally driven. If your forehead is acting up, it could be due to sweat, hair products, or buildup from not cleansing thoroughly after exercise. Once you recognize those patterns, you can adjust your care routine in a way that supports your skin instead of working against it. Many people think that the more they do to their skin, the faster it will clear, but skincare doesn't work that way. The skin has its own pace, it renews itself roughly every 28 days, so progress takes patience. Deep cleansing should be a gentle, regular practice that supports your skin's natural rhythm. It's not about force, it's about consistency and understanding. When you give your skin the right environment to heal, it rewards you with clarity and balance over time. So, before we move into how to cleanse deeply and effectively, it's worth taking a step back to really understand what your skin is asking for. Once you see acne not as an enemy, but as a signal, something your body uses to communicate imbalance, you can approach your care routine with more intention and far better results. Because real change doesn't start with what you put on your face, it starts with knowing why your skin behaves the way it does. And that's where true, lasting clarity begins. Before you even think about deep cleansing, the most important step is preparation. This is the stage where you set your skin up for success. A lot of people rush into cleansing or extraction thinking that the harder or faster they work, the cleaner their skin will be. But that's where so many go wrong. Skin isn't something you can force. It responds best when you treat it with patience and care. Preparing your skin the right way means softening it, loosening up any buildup inside the pores, and making sure the barrier stays intact so that what follows can be both effective and gentle. Imagine trying to wash a dirty dish without first soaking it in warm water. You'd have to scrub harder and you'd probably scratch the surface. Your skin works the same way. Warmth, moisture, and a little time make all the difference. When you apply a warm compress or let your skin enjoy gentle steam, you're helping to soften sebum, that waxy oil that can harden and block your pores. You're not trying to open pores because pores don't open and close like doors. But what you are doing is making the contents inside more pliable so that cleansing and extraction can happen without trauma. There's a reason professional treatments always start with prep. Whether it's a facial, a peel, or a simple extraction, that first step of softening and hydrating the skin creates a calm, receptive canvas. If the skin is tight, dry, or cold, everything that comes next becomes more difficult. When the skin is relaxed and supple, impurities slide out with minimal effort. It's the difference between forcing something out of your pores versus gently guiding it out. A great way to prepare at home is to cleanse lightly before you do any deep work. Remove any makeup, sunscreen, or surface oil using a mild cleanser that doesn't strip your skin. Follow that with a warm, damp towel or a few minutes of gentle facial steaming. You don't need fancy equipment, just a bowl of warm water and a towel can do the job beautifully. The key is moderation. Too much heat or too much time under steam can actually dehydrate your skin and make redness worse. You want to warm, not roast your face. Once your skin feels comfortably warm and slightly dewy, it's primed and ready. This is when the ingredients in your products can do their best work. If you're using an exfoliating cleanser or a mask, it will penetrate more evenly now because your skin isn't fighting to absorb through layers of hardened oil or dead cells. Even hydrating toners and serums work more effectively on prepped skin because the surface is smooth and receptive. But preparation isn't just about temperature or hydration. It's also about timing and mindset. You need to give yourself a few quiet moments to really focus on the process. When you rush, you tend to overdo things, applying too much pressure, using harsh tools, or skipping essential steps. Taking time to prepare your skin is like signaling to your body, we're not attacking, we're caring. That mental shift often reflects in how your skin responds. It stays calmer, less reactive, and more cooperative. There's also a product side to preparation. Choosing the right pre-cleanse products can completely transform your results. Oil-based cleansers are excellent at breaking down makeup, sunscreen, and excess sebum because oil attracts oil. They dissolve buildup without stripping your skin's protective layer. After that, you can move to a gentle water-based cleanser to rinse away residue. This two-step approach, often called double cleansing, ensures that your skin is thoroughly clean without ever feeling tight or raw. It's like giving your skin a fresh, balanced start before you move on to the deeper work. For those with sensitive or acne-prone skin, adding a lightweight hydrating mist or toner before extraction can be incredibly soothing. Ingredients like aloe vera, chamomile, or rose water can help keep inflammation down while maintaining that soft, supple texture that makes extraction safer. And if you're planning on using any tools, this is the moment to sanitize them. Skin preparation also includes the environment. Clean hands, clean towels, and clean tools. You're working on one of the most delicate parts of your body, so everything that touches it should be as pure as possible. Think of this step as a ritual of respect for your skin. It's where you slow down and connect rather than rush to fix. Every great skincare routine is built on this foundation. When you prepare properly, you not only make the cleansing process smoother, you also protect your skin from unnecessary irritation and long-term damage. The pores you're about to treat are ready, the barrier is supported, and your skin feels cared for instead of attacked. The truth is, beautiful skin doesn't come from force or speed, it comes from intention. Proper preparation turns cleansing into care, and that's what allows the deeper work ahead to truly make a difference. When it comes to deep cleansing, the real secret lies in doing it the right way, gently, consistently, and with a real understanding of your skin's needs. The goal isn't to scrub harder or use stronger products, it's to work with your skin, not against it. Every person's skin has its own natural rhythm, and the more you respect that, the better your results will be. Too many people mistake deep cleansing for intense cleansing, thinking that the cleaner their skin feels, the better. But that tight, squeaky feeling after washing isn't a sign of success. It's a warning sign that your skin's protective barrier has just been stripped away. The right cleansing routine begins with balance. You want to remove excess oil, dirt, and impurities without taking away the essential moisture that keeps your skin healthy. That's where understanding your cleanser becomes so important. Not all cleansers are created equal, and what works beautifully for one skin type can be a disaster for another. If you have oily or acne-prone skin, look for gentle foaming or gel-based cleansers that can cut through oil without over-drying. For drier or more sensitive skin, creamy or hydrating cleansers are best because they cleanse while replenishing moisture. But one of the most effective techniques, no matter your skin type, is double cleansing. This two-step process is especially helpful for those who wear sunscreen or makeup daily. The first step uses an oil-based cleanser, something that might sound counterintuitive if you're prone to breakouts. But here's the thing: oil attracts oil. An oil-based cleanser helps dissolve sebum, sunscreen, and other oil-soluble debris from the surface, clearing the way for the second cleanser to reach deeper without irritation. After rinsing, the second step, a water-based cleanser, removes sweat, dirt, and anything left behind. This method ensures your skin is thoroughly clean while still feeling soft, not stripped or dry. The way you cleanse matters just as much as what you cleanse with. A lot of people rush through it, rubbing aggressively, using hot water, or applying too much product. But skin responds better to a slower, more mindful touch. Start by wetting your face with lukewarm water, not hot because heat can cause inflammation and dryness, and not cold because it won't effectively loosen oils. Then, take your cleanser and gently massage it into your skin using circular motions. Think of it as stimulating your pores rather than scrubbing them. This encourages better circulation, helps loosen debris, and allows your cleanser's ingredients to actually work instead of just sitting on the surface. The trick is to let your cleanser spend enough time on your face to do its job. Around 30 seconds to a minute is perfect, long enough to dissolve impurities, but short enough to avoid over-cleansing. Don't forget areas that often get neglected, like the sides of your nose, under your chin, and along the hairline. These are common spots for buildup and blackheads because they're easy to miss. Once you're done, rinse thoroughly and gently pat, not rub, your face dry with a clean towel. Leaving your skin slightly damp actually helps the next steps, like toners or serums, absorb better. Another mistake people make is believing they need to cleanse multiple times a day to control oil or acne. Over-cleansing can backfire badly. When you remove too much natural oil, your skin goes into panic mode, producing even more sebum to compensate. That extra oil then leads to more clogged pores, which leads to more breakouts, and suddenly you're stuck in a cycle that's hard to break. For most people, cleansing twice a day, once in the morning and once before bed, is ideal. If your skin feels particularly dry or sensitive, even just once at night can be enough. It's also worth paying attention to the little cues your skin gives you. If it feels tight after washing, that's a sign your cleanser is too harsh. If it feels greasy even after cleansing, you might not be removing all your makeup or sunscreen properly. And if it's red or irritated, it could mean you're using too much friction or the wrong ingredients. The best routine is one that leaves your skin feeling balanced, clean, fresh, and comfortable, not parched or shiny. Incorporating the right technique into your daily cleansing ritual isn't just about achieving clearer skin, it's about creating the foundation for everything that follows. When your skin is properly cleansed, the rest of your routine, your serums, exfoliants, and moisturizers can actually penetrate and perform. Without that clean canvas, even the most expensive products won't deliver their full potential. So when you cleanse, do it with intention. Don't think of it as scrubbing your face clean. Think of it as resetting your skin for renewal. The right cleansing technique doesn't just remove what you don't need, it preserves what your skin depends on. Because real deep cleansing isn't about washing your face. It's about restoring its balance. Once your skin is properly cleansed and prepped, that's when you can move into extraction, but this is where things often go wrong for so many people. There's something satisfying about the idea of clearing your pores yourself, but doing it safely requires restraint, patience, and precision. The goal is never to force anything out of your skin, it's to guide it out gently when it's ready. The moment you start squeezing aggressively or using the wrong tools, you're no longer helping your skin, you're hurting it. And those marks, redness, or even scars that follow are reminders of why a careful, controlled approach makes all the difference. Extraction should always be done on skin that's fully prepared, softened, hydrated, and clean. Trying to remove blackheads or pimples on dry, tight skin is like trying to dig through concrete. The skin needs to be pliable, and the pores need to be relaxed. That's why those earlier steps, warm compresses, light steam, and proper cleansing, are essential. Once the skin is in that receptive state, it becomes much easier to release buildup without trauma. The most important rule is cleanliness. Your hands, your tools, your towels, everything that comes into contact with your skin must be sanitized. Any bacteria introduced at this stage can easily cause new breakouts or infections. Always start by washing your hands thoroughly, then wrapping your fingertips with clean tissue or using sanitized extraction tools. Metal extractors can be effective, but only if used correctly and gently. Never dig or scrape, just apply steady, even pressure around the area you're working on. If nothing comes out easily, that's your sign to stop. Forcing it will only push debris deeper, causing inflammation and swelling that could take days to heal. Another key point is knowing what's safe to extract at home and what's best left alone. Blackheads, for example, are generally fine to remove if they're close to the surface and the skin is properly softened. You can usually tell because they come out with light pressure, leaving the area smooth and clean. Whiteheads or cystic pimples, on the other hand, are deeper and more inflamed. Trying to pop them can rupture the pore wall under the skin, spreading bacteria and leading to more breakouts. Those should always be treated with spot treatments or by a professional who can handle them safely. If you do get a blackhead out, follow it immediately with a soothing step. That could be a mild toner, an antibacterial solution like witch hazel, or a calming serum with ingredients such as niacinamide or Centella asiatica. These not only disinfect the area but also help reduce redness and close the pore back down naturally. Ice cubes wrapped in a soft cloth can also be helpful to calm any irritation afterward. Think of it as rewarding your skin for cooperating. You're telling it you're safe, you can heal now. It's also crucial not to overdo extractions. Even when you're doing it right, it's still a form of pressure and stimulation to your skin. Overworking the same area can lead to broken capillaries, swelling, and irritation. Limit yourself to treating only what's ready to come out and always give your skin a break afterward. The more you respect its recovery process, the faster it will respond. There's another misconception I see all the time, that more extraction equals better skin, but that's not how it works. Extraction is meant to assist your skin, not fix it all in one go. Your pores are living structures, they refill naturally over time. The goal isn't to make them disappear, because pores don't vanish. It's to keep them clean, balanced, and less noticeable. Regular, gentle maintenance will always outperform one aggressive session. When it's done properly, extraction can be one of the most rewarding parts of your skincare routine. You see immediate results, smoother texture, smaller looking pores, and that satisfying clean feeling. But what really matters is what comes after. How you treat your skin post-extraction determines whether it stays clear or becomes irritated. Hydration, soothing products, and protection are key. That's what prevents those newly cleaned pores from filling up again too quickly. Patience really is your greatest tool. Not every blackhead has to come out today, and not every breakout needs to be handled right away. Sometimes the smartest thing you can do is step back and let your skin do the healing itself. That's the difference between a temporary fix and long-term improvement. When you focus on working with your skin, respecting its timing, and avoiding unnecessary force, you're setting it up to heal beautifully. Safe extraction isn't about what you take out, it's about how you protect what's left behind. After the cleansing and extraction are done, this is the moment your skin is at its most vulnerable, but also at its most receptive. The pores are freshly cleared, the surface is clean, and everything you apply now has a direct path to sink in deeper. That's why what you do after cleansing matters just as much as the cleansing itself. If you stop here, you're only doing half the work. The next step, restoring and protecting, is what seals in all the benefits and prevents irritation, dryness, or new breakouts from forming. Think of your skin right after cleansing as a freshly tilled garden. You've cleared out the old debris and made space, but if you don't nurture it afterward, that open space becomes exposed. It dries out, it becomes unbalanced, and eventually it invites problems right back in. The first thing your skin needs now is hydration, not heavy creams or oils right away, but water-based hydration, something that replenishes moisture without clogging pores. A lightweight alcohol-free toner or an essence can do wonders at this stage. Pat it in gently while your skin is still slightly damp. This helps lock in that precious moisture and creates a base for everything that follows to absorb evenly. Once your skin is hydrated, it's time to focus on repair. Even with the gentlest cleansing or extraction, there's always some level of stress placed on the skin barrier, that thin protective layer that keeps moisture in and irritants out. Supporting this barrier is key if you want lasting results. Ingredients like niacinamide, ceramides, and panthenol are incredible for this. They help strengthen the skin, reduce redness, and speed up recovery. Hyaluronic acid is another powerful ingredient because it draws water into the skin, keeping it plump and balanced. You don't need a dozen products. 1 or 2 targeted formulas can make a huge difference if you give them time to work. The next step is moisturizing. And this is where a lot of people hesitate, especially those with acne-prone or oily skin. It's easy to think, my skin's clean now, I don't want to clog it again. But skipping moisturizer is one of the biggest mistakes you can make. When your skin isn't hydrated, it compensates by producing more oil, which can lead to the same clogged pores you just worked so hard to clear. The trick is choosing the right type of moisturizer for your skin. Gel-based or water creams work beautifully for oily skin because they provide hydration without heaviness. For dry or sensitive types, look for richer creams with ingredients like squalene or shea butter that replenish lipids gently without sitting heavily on the surface. After restoring hydration and balance, protecting the skin becomes the final and perhaps most underestimated step. During the day, that means sunscreen. Always, cleansing and extraction remove not just oil and debris, but sometimes small amounts of your skin's natural protective film. Without proper sun protection, UV rays can cause irritation, dark spots, and premature aging, especially on skin that's just been treated. Choose a lightweight, non-comedogenic sunscreen and make it a daily habit. At night, that same protection comes in the form of rest and recovery. This is when your skin regenerates the most. Giving it moisture, calm, and time is the best kind of protection you can offer. It's also helpful to think about post-care beyond just the products. This is the time to keep your skin clean but not overloaded. Avoid harsh exfoliants or active ingredients like retinoids or acids for at least a day or two after extractions. Let your skin breathe. Focus on calm and restoration instead of intensity. Even something as simple as keeping your hands off your face and using a clean pillowcase can make a big difference. Small acts of care often create the biggest long-term changes. And remember, restoration isn't only about soothing what you can see, it's about preventing what you can't. A healthy skin barrier makes it harder for bacteria, pollution, and other irritants to cause future breakouts. When your skin feels hydrated, balanced, and protected, it doesn't have to overcompensate with excess oil or inflammation. You'll notice fewer flare-ups, less redness, and an overall smoother texture. It's not just about looking clean, it's about building resilience so your skin can maintain that clarity on its own. The beauty of this step is that it's both healing and protective. It brings your skin back to a state of harmony while defending it from what comes next. Deep cleansing and extraction might clear the path, but restoration is what keeps that path open and healthy. Because real skin success doesn't end with what you remove, it begins with what you give back. Consistency is the quiet secret behind clear, healthy skin. You can do every deep cleansing step perfectly, use the best products, and even follow a flawless extraction routine. But if you treat it like a one-time fix, your skin will eventually slip back into the same patterns. Real transformation happens through steady, mindful care over time. Your skin responds to rhythm, not intensity. It loves routine repetition and patience. Just like exercise or nutrition, it's not what you do once in a while that shapes your results. It's what you do every single day, even in the small, seemingly insignificant moments. The truth is, skin maintenance doesn't have to be complicated. The foundation of good skin is built on a few consistent habits, keeping it clean, hydrated, protected, and supported from within. When you cleanse regularly and gently, you prevent the buildup that leads to breakouts. When you hydrate daily, you maintain the elasticity and barrier that keep your skin strong. And when you protect it from sun pollution and stress, you slow down the cycle of irritation and damage that often keeps people stuck in a constant loop of breakouts and recovery. These small, everyday choices add up to big, long-term changes. It's easy to want fast results, especially when you're dealing with acne or stubborn blackheads that have been there for months. But skin doesn't heal on your schedule, it heals on its own. Most people give up just before their routine has the chance to work. They switch products too often, hoping something new will be the magic answer. But what the skin really needs is stability, enough time to adjust and rebuild its balance. The more consistent you are, the more your skin learns to trust the process. Over time, it becomes less reactive, more resilient, and visibly calmer. Consistency also extends beyond what you put on your face. Your lifestyle plays a huge role in how your skin behaves. A balanced diet, staying hydrated, and getting enough rest all work together with your skincare routine. The skin is connected to everything: your hormones, your stress levels, your sleep, even your gut health. If you're sleeping 3 hours a night, skipping water, and living on caffeine, no cleanser or serum can completely make up for that. The inside always reflects on the outside. You'll notice that when your body is balanced, your skin starts to mirror that same harmony. One of the best ways to maintain your results is to listen to your skin. It changes from week to week, sometimes even day to day, based on the weather, your environment, or your hormones. When it feels dry, add more hydration. When it feels congested, give it a gentle exfoliation. The goal isn't to follow a strict, unchanging rule book, but to build awareness. That's how you prevent overdoing it. Deep cleansing, for example, doesn't have to happen every day. For most people, once or twice a week is enough. The rest of the time, focus on gentle maintenance, cleansing, moisturizing, protecting. It's about keeping balance, not chasing perfection. Another key part of maintaining results is keeping your environment skin-friendly. Change your pillowcase regularly, clean your makeup brushes, and avoid touching your face throughout the day. It sounds simple, but these small actions prevent so much unnecessary buildup and irritation. Even the air around you matters. If you live in a dry climate, a humidifier at night can make a huge difference. If you live in a humid or polluted area, gentle cleansing and antioxidant protection become even more important. Your routine should evolve with your surroundings because your skin is constantly adapting too. It's also important to stay realistic. Skin isn't meant to be flawless all the time. You'll still have days when it breaks out, reacts, or feels off, and that's normal. What matters is how you respond. Instead of panicking or over-treating, stick to your routine, let your skin reset. The more consistently you care for it, the faster it recovers. Progress isn't always visible day by day, but it builds quietly underneath the surface. Then one morning, you'll look in the mirror and realize how much calmer, smoother, and brighter your skin looks, not because of one miracle product, but because of steady care. Over time, that consistency becomes second nature, cleansing, hydrating, protecting. It turns into a ritual of respect for yourself, not just a chore. You start to notice that the clearer your skin becomes, the more confident you feel, not because it's perfect, but because it reflects effort and care. That's what long-term skincare really is. A partnership between you and your skin built on patience and trust. Lasting results don't come from one treatment or one product. They come from showing up for your skin every single day, even when it doesn't look perfect yet. Because when you stay consistent, your skin remembers, and it always rewards consistency with clarity.